Okay, my friends. Well, we have some flowers.
Yeah, that's what we're featuring here right now.
And we have pink flowers.
Those ones are pink. And those ones are?
Pink, purple.
Purple. And the rhubarb took root, as you can see.
Yeah, and we have strawberries.
Yeah, the strawberries are starting to produce strawberries again.
And we have raspberries.
Yeah, we're coming near the end. The blackberries are coming in now.
Yeah.
These things bloom this year, people. You can see.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey. And now.
And then there's these ones. Kind of pretty.
They come this way.
Don't you think? Look how pretty that is.
I come this way.
That's beautiful.
No, I come talk about these ones.
Oh, yes. Those ones your mommy likes to plant.
Yeah.
She comes in the middle of the night planting flowers. That's what she does.
And we have some blueberries.
Right.
We have blueberries.
And we have lots of blueberries, but we're doing the flowers. Okay? So anyway, Andre and I are going to work on the little pond today because it's not really hot outside. A little bit of weeding, people.
Yeah,
so I think I might be able to get this in. It's almost done. I'd say maybe another 4 or 5 more buckets of dirt, and that's take out the rocks, and I'll put the lining in, I'll put the pond in, and we'll fill it up. And then we'll see what we're going to learn. Look at these things. These things are going to start producing flowers. You can see. Look how high this is, people.
See?
This thing is...
Well, and we're going to do more bricks.
No, we're not doing bricks today. Nana's kind of sore.
Look.
Anyway, these flowers over here.
Ooh, and now,
look at these ones. These things are like massive. Look at that flower, people.
No, baby, you'll take my mail.
Oh, Andre did a bunch of mail. He made mail for everybody.
Yeah.
And look at these ones. See, I told you. This is first year. This is first year, so it's half the size of a soccer ball.
And look at these flowers.
Yeah, I know. This one just gets bigger and bigger every year. And that's a new addition.
See? And that
right?
one.
That one I planted last year. Remember at the tail end of August or whatever it was.
Look at that one.
I know. Okay, so anyway, we'll be back, people. Hold on. Hold on.
Okay, my friends.
Isn't this an unusual flower?
Yeah.
Hey,
White
look at that.
Yellow flower, purple flower.
Yeah, they got all
and
kinds
blue
of
flowers.
little blue flowers.
I just talked about
this
that.
isn't actually, people, this is a herb.
Purple.
This is I can't remember what it's called, but it's a herb, right? Dies off over the winter and then it comes back.
Yeah.
This year, obviously it flowered, right? What an unusual flower.
Oh no. Okay, my friends. Now I made a big steak.
What's my mistake?
because now I made it too big.
Yeah. This big gaping hole.
Yeah.
Showed him the big hole.
Yeah, and we had the big hole. Now, and we had a ladybug.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, I want to show them the ladybug. There. Okay, my friends. So we have the tree. So it's in there somewhere. And let's go show them if we're watering plants. Okay?
It's on like very close up. You're just wasting film here. Okay, hold on.
Well, how about you just put it out?
Okay, people, I want you to listen to what I have to sew with. Now, keep in mind, just give it a second. Are you listening? Now my ears already ring, people. Uncle John bought this sewing machine for me in 1989. 1990. 1990? So this sewing machine is almost, what, 25 years, 26 years old? It's a Pfaff. I did take it in to get it serviced because at one point something locked in my wheel. I don't know what they did, but they unlocked it, but it came back squeaking, right? And it was really stiff. And it was just your standard sewing machine repair shop. I should have taken it to Pfaff itself, the company downtown, because that's where I'm going to take this when I get some money to get it fixed. Because, anyway, I took the machine back. And they said nothing was broken. But how come I don't believe that? Does that sound like nothing's broken in there to you? Right? But I love this machine because its needle can stay in the ground, in the fabric, right? I can control it. See? I like that. It also has a feed dog, which I'm actually not using right now. So I'll put the feed dog on. I took out the feed dog when I was working on those drum bags. And the extra feed dog really makes it well. It's easier to, especially when you're doing sequins and heavy stuff like that, right? You want your needle sometimes to go in. Maybe not so much with sequins because it will snap, right? Sometimes it will, right? So depending on what you're sewing, it's always nice to have your needle stay in the fabric when you stop sewing. So I highly recommend Pfaff sewing machines because this machine is 26 years old, people, and it squeaks like I don't know what. But besides that point, it's working pretty good, you know, compared to the other machines I have. I have a couple of other machines in the house. There's another one that's, I don't know, it's some other kind of Swedish sewing machine or something. It didn't come with any directions, so I haven't really ever used it. This is the one I like the best. You know, one day, maybe I might be able to get myself a new machine. They're, you know, for a good one, with just the basic features. Like this was middle of the line when I bought it. It wasn't top of the line, and it wasn't the worst, right? And in all the years that I've had it, I probably only serviced it twice, right? You know, there, you see it stopped now. Now it'll stop for a while. And I'll think to myself, oh, there it goes again. Right, so these are the conditions I work under, people. So this is what they look like now. Okay, people. I haven't done this in years. So now you're going to understand why I like this needle. But you have to remember, it's hard for me to see, right? And I haven't done this for a very long time, so... And I have to listen to this squeak while I do it. And I gotta remember what I used to do. I don't remember. I kind of remember. But, and the machine isn't as powerful as it used to be. Right? See, I used to run this thing like a workhorse. Now I'm afraid that something's going to snap in there with that squeaking. So I tend to go a little slower with it. What you thinking? People don't realize what it takes to actually make these things. Well, make them good. Make them so they last. Right. Do I have nerves of steel? It is kind of like nerve-wracking, right? But what you gonna do, right? You know, desperate times requires desperate measures, right? You know, be happy you got something to complain about, right? I'd rather a squeaking machine than no machine, right? I like this machine. I really do. It's been a very faithful machine, like my car. Yeah. I'm sure once I take it to FAF, they'll fix it. And it will come back almost like brand new, because that's the way FAF works, right? They'll try and sell me one of their newer machines, but of course I won't be able to afford the $3,000, right? So I have to settle with what I have. And if you notice, this thing is working. Even though it's squeaking, it's working. Don't ask me why. That's how I made those drums, with a squeaky machine. So that's not bad for not doing that for a few years. It's been like a long time, people. Long time. Long time. So anyway, I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm outside watering things, right? As you can see what I did there. Right. So what I'm thinking to do, hold on a minute. Okay. So what I'm thinking, since I made it so big, right? I'm going to take, I should have a smaller liner, and I'm gonna obviously have the lip go down, right? Like that, come up and around into the pond. So you put the center in the pond, and then you, like that. And then you trim it. And then this way I can probably have the pond itself a little higher. And then you get this collection of runoff. And since you have this gap here, and what you do is after you've done that, you put gravel rocks in there, right? And then water sits. And then you take plants like this, and you can put them in gunny sacks, like whatever it's called, a canvas, tie it up, and then place it in there, and then it gives you that look where it looks like there's plants in the actual pond itself, versus trying to fill it up with a bunch of dirt, right? You know, plus I don't know how to do this. I'm kind of freaking out, right? Because I don't know how to do this. So that's what I think I'm going to do while I raise this up just a little bit, right? Okay, so back inside. I'm going to change the stitch Right. I think I'm going to try and get into this other machine I have. I bought it a long time ago and I never really used it. I think I only used it once. It's been sitting in the hall. All right. Uncle John used to walk by and hold the desk to hold, he liked to hang on to things when he walked. So we had a lot of built-in railing, right? So that desk used to sit there and aid him with his walking down the hall. So anyway, because this thing is just squeaking way too much. I don't like it. It scares me. I'm afraid something's just gonna seize up on me. All right. And when you get into this kind of stuff, you tend to, see, it's very sharp. It gets very sharp and very loud. Right, and then when you start putting sequins in that, and this is what you're doing with the sequins yet, right, and your needles are snapping. Are you listening to this, people? Why is this machine working? Like, seriously. Tell me, what does that mean? Right? Because it doesn't sound like it's working properly. Right? So, this is where you have to have strong hands and strong arms. And I'm weak now. Alright. Very, very weak. So I really push myself. Like hard. Alright. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. Are you listening to that, people? This is the point of this video. Does it sound like it's getting worse? You tell me, how am I supposed to take this downtown to the repair shop? Huh? Right? Okay, so they're done. As you can see,